Morning everyone, how are you guys doing today? If you're new here, my name is John and I'm a full-time engineer and part-time photographer and videographer. I shoot anything from product photography and videography to weddings. 2021 was a good and bad year both for me. The good thing is, in 2021, I was able to pick up more businesses than I thought that I would. The bad thing is, I was looking over my numbers the other day, and I actually didn't net anything in 2021. Reason being, packages and more packages. I basically reinvested all the profits I made from my business in 2021 back into my business. In short, when I said I reinvested everything I made in 2021 back into my business, a lot. I meant a lot. And to a point where I broke even in 2021 and that's it. Did not make a profit, and I started 2022 in a little bit of a red. I like to think of myself as someone who's very responsible financially. I just want to talk about some of the investments I made here recently. So starting off 2022, I'm following the same trends I did last year and reinvesting back into my business. Here are a few items that I bought recently for the business and just a couple of reasons why. I like to think of myself as being very financially responsible. I mean, I don't have car debts. The only debt that we have is this mortgage on our home. So why did I spend so much money on the business in the last 2 years? A little backstory. When I started my business, I actually started this vlogging channel with a GoPro. Then I bought a camera, and from that camera, I made some money doing photography that I bought a nicer camera. And with that nicer camera, I shot one wedding, a couple of products this, a couple of products that, and some portrait sessions. Then I bought another camera while keeping this current one as a backup camera. I invested in lenses and I invested in different gear. I'm gonna get on a soapbox in just a little bit. When people say that gear don't matter, I have a problem with that. And maybe it's just for me that gears do matter. Maybe I'm just that terrible, but you don't see these photographers and videographers out there who are making a living use cheap gear. Why is that? Why do they always have the nicest camera? Why do they always have the nicest lens? If it didn't matter, then why did they spend money on such fancy stuff? They could have saved that money and do something else with it. So imagine I'm shooting a wedding on a $2,400 camera versus me shooting a wedding on a GoPro. Obviously, you're gonna be able to tell the difference on the two. Now, not to say that if I have no knowledge of how to use this camera, then I could do a good job at it. But I think even without knowledge and you shoot everything on automatic, the quality coming out this camera would be better than one that comes out of a GoPro. So gears do matter, and there's a saying, to make money, you have to spend money. So anyways, here are a few pieces of equipment that I have invested in recently for the business, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. Last year, I bought a new mouse, but I bought this here recently, and I'm so stout about it that I wanna mention it. So it's a Sony WH-1000XM4. Really long name. I don't know why they have such a long model number. It's an over-the-ear headphone that is advertised as one of the best noise canceling headphones in the industry. And I'll talk more a little bit about it. This right here actually just came in yesterday. I'm so excited about it. I ripped it open and then I have not started using it yet. So here it is, a Mantis Pod, a tripod for your camera. Now, yeah, we'll talk more about that in a little bit too. Bought some external hard drives at the end of last year for some projects I'm working on. Then this microphone, sitting on a camera right now, Deity Microphone. Really, really nice. So all of these purchases seems very random. Why did I buy it? Will it help my business? And does it matter? And I'm just gonna run through some of these real quick, just kinda explain. As I mentioned previously, I feel like I'm pretty responsible financially. We try to stay out of debt. We don't buy anything we can't afford. We don't put more on a credit card so we can pay off. So why did I spend so much money on all this stuff, and how will it help my business? So this headphone right here, one of the nicest headphones I've ever used. One of the best on the market for what I would say non-audible, non-audiophiles, which are people who don't care, who don't know much about audio. But it's got stellar noise cancellation, really comfortable. I bought this after searching for a couple weeks on the marketplace and found it for 35% off than in the store. So got me a good deal on it. But the reason I bought this I was actually pretty skeptical when I was looking for a headphone like this, because I had some Beats over-the-ear headphone ones. While those were the cheap one, they were somewhat pricey as well, and I hated them. They were heavy, they were uncomfortable, they hurt my head. So when I was looking at this, I was looking for good audio editing headphones. And when I was looking at this headphone, I was a little skeptical about it, but so many good reviews, like I'm giving you right now, I decided to give it a try. What I can tell you though is these headphones are awesome, because I have worn it for 4, 5, 6 hours editing sessions, and they don't hurt my ears, they don't hurt my head, they're just comfortable. Noise cancellation is awesome, so when cars go by, I don't hear them. It's just really, really good. So why did I buy these headphones, and how will they affect my business? I bought these because I needed some good headphones to edit music and sound effects on video and speeches. I shoot a lot of weddings, and recently I picked up a freelancing job editing wedding videos for a business around here. And so I needed the ability to hear the music, hear the speech, and hear the sound effects well. I have been using my computer speakers, and those just don't sound really good, especially in a room like this where it's not made for sound, and I'm not gonna spend the money to turn this into a soundproof room. Then I've started using my AirPod Pros to edit, but after a while, after a few hours, they start hurting my ears, and they don't last that long, because then you gotta recharge it, and then I'm sitting here waiting to edit. The battery's just so small, they die. So I bought these headphones to help me improve my work. I can hear sound better, I could hear it clearer, and I could hear the speeches better. And for comfort, while I'm sitting here editing, I am making money, so I want to be comfortable while I do it, so I can do it longer and make more money. See, before, when I edit on my computer speaker, sometimes I miss this, I miss that, the sound don't sound too good. Then by the time I export, I have to redo it again and then export again. So I was wasting a lot of time when I could be doing other work and make more money. So these have been very good so far, have been helping me get my job done faster and better, and I've really enjoyed them. So it's not sponsored, I paid cash for them. So if you're interested, I would recommend that you give them a try. So this right here, Mantis Pod. I don't know much about them, so I'm just gonna quickly run over them. And then if you are interested in a review video, then just leave a comment down below. Once I use it for a while, I'll give you a feedback on this. I bought this because I want a strong and sturdy tabletop tripod that I could take on trips with me. So quick story, I've been using this really popular piece of equipment right here in the last 2 or 3 years to set up video on. It's called a Gorilla Pod made by Joby. And I had an accident recently. These joints right here, I guess, are starting to wear out. I don't know, or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. But I was setting it up on the table over here today to shoot a shot of me making a video, and the joint just started giving out and it collapsed. So I had a $5,000 setup sitting on this that hit the table. It's a good thing it hit this felt thing, and it was fine. Everything's fine, everything works. But I'm like, do I really want to do that again? I'd hate to crack a lens that's $2,400 or ruin a camera that's $2,600. So anyways, but the other thing that I really hate, actually there are 2 things I really hate about this. One is for me to go and set up a shot, I have to mess with this thing and make sure it's sturdy and things are shifting, and it's not constant. It's not back to the same place every time. 2, this to fit in my backpack on the side, it's long, it's wide, I just hate it. I just hate traveling with it. I recently took it on a trip to Florida and I just hated it. So after some research, I invested in this. So I hope that with this new tripod, it helps me improve a few things. 1, improves my efficiency. This thing should be very consistent on how it opens and closes. And it should be able to do that every time. So I should be able to just pop it on any table and it's consistently open the legs every time, instead of me trying to stand there and figure out how I can balance my camera on that thing. 2, it should help me with my storytelling. It's got a mode called Mantis mode, which allows you to hang on different things. So I hope that that allows me to give you some different perspective that a normal tripod or that Gorilla Pod wouldn't be able to give you normally. I can tell you now, if I need to get a shot at a wedding, I would not put it on the Gorilla Pod. I might put it on here and put it on the top or something like that and hang down. It should allow me to be faster, better, quicker, more creative, and that's the reason why I bought it. Lastly, one thing I bought here last year is this shotgun mic. So for the past 2 years, I've been using this little shotgun mic right here. Little, small, and I don't know that it sounds very good. But I found this Deity microphone on sale last year, got really good reviews, and it's comparable to Rode microphones. So I gave it a try, and I really liked it. I wonder if the audio sounds better in the last 3, 4, 5 videos. So you guys leave a comment down below and let me know if my audio sound better or not. The reason I invested in this microphone is for a few reasons. There's a belief out there, and I believe it's true because I feel the same way, that people will put up with bad video quality, but they will not put up with bad audio quality. So with these cheaper microphones, I feel like they just didn't sound that good. I wanted to improve my work. I wanted to improve the quality of my videos on YouTube and on weddings. Imagine I'm trying to record the vows for a couple or the first look and the audio is just awful. I can't use it. So then what good am I doing? So that's a good example, because as I start shooting more weddings here, and I hope I get to, then I want to be able to capture better sound for the bride and groom, better sound, better quality, better, and better. So you guys leave a comment down below and let me know if the audio quality sounds better for these videos, because I really would like to know. So anyways, these are some of the pieces of equipment that I've purchased recently that help me improve my business. I don't know that all of them are necessary, but they all help my business in one way or the other. They help me be faster, be better, be quicker, be more creative. Overall, I'm so glad that I have the capability, the ability to invest back into my business, because so overall, I am so glad that I have the capability, financial ability, and the freedom to invest back into my business, because that's going to help me create better YouTube videos. It's going to help me shoot better wedding videos, or whatever it is that I decide to get into next that help my business grow. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you have to spend money to make money, and I'm sure glad that I could do that. So anyways, if you're interested in any of the product that I've mentioned and you want me to do a detailed review about it, just leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to do it for you. If you're new here, I'm glad you're here. If you've been here before, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, watching this video. Hit the like button because it's really helped the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I'm gonna go and give my new toy a little try.